Hey, Energizer, welcome to this episode, episode 100. That's right. Yes, we made it. We have made it to episode 100 of the Jonesin 4 show. Thank you so much for being part of this journey we have had. Holy cow, I can't believe we've had 100 episodes all the way up to this one. This is incredible. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being so supportive, loving, kind. Know that I appreciate you. You taking the time, the energy to be here, to allow me to be part of your life. It is truly an honor that you allow me to be part of your journey. So thank you. Thank you for that. And I'm so excited for this episode. Why am I excited for this episode of the Jonesin 4 show? Well, not only is it episode 100, but we want to do something special. We want to do something fun and special because it is a big episode, episode 100. So what are we doing? Well, we're going to do a little survey, a survey of some amazing people. And so I threw out a question and they responded. Now we have a handful of responses I'm going to share here with you, and I would love to hear your responses to this. So let me know. You could message me on Instagram or Facebook at Jonesin4. That'd be awesome. Or you can email me if you like, spencer@spencermjones.com. I would love to know your answers to this question. So I'm getting to the question. Don't worry, I'm getting there. I'm almost there. So hold on. Almost there. And I want to say, like, what is the thing I do, right? I'm known as the Prince of Positivity. Sean Douglas gave me that nickname. Thanks, buddy. Right? The Energy Ambassador. I want to help you have a positive and abundant mindset because that's how you can really get the most out of life, embrace life, and live it to the max. Have a positive and abundant mindset. So the question I asked is, how can you have a positive mindset? What do you do to have a positive mindset? So the direct question that I asked these people were, what are 3 ways that help you have a positive mindset? What are 3 ways? So again, I would love to know from you, what are ways that you have a positive mindset? How do you help yourself look on the bright side of life? How do you do it? Let me know. So again, message me on Instagram or Facebook at Jonesin4. Send me an email, spencer@spencermjones.com. So I threw out this question to people and we got a handful of answers back. And from there, we picked 3 answers to have here to share with you today. Now, these 3 people are part of our membership community, and I would love to have you join us. It's called Spencer's Energy Hub. They're part of it, and it's amazing. It's a fun community. But I just want to let you know, that's where these 3 amazing folks are from, along with many others. And we'd love to have you be part of this community. So they're sharing 3 ways that they have positivity in their life. So the first person we're going to hear from is Wes. Wes is an awesome guy. He's a bodybuilder, and he shares how he has positivity in his life. Next up, you're going to hear J-Lo, Jennifer Lokaitis. She is amazing. What an awesome woman. And she inspires me. She inspires me with her tenacity, her attitude to go after life, to get the big things out of life. It's so incredible to see. It is inspiring. So I'm really excited for her to share her ways that she finds positives in her life and to keep having that positive mindset. And last but not least, you're going to hear from my buddy, Steve O'Connell, Steve-O. And you can check him out with tripswithsteveo.com. Incredible guy, incredible person. So he shares what he does to stay positive, to be on the bright side of life. And I would, as I said earlier, I would love to know yours. So you let me know. So until then, I'll catch you at the end of this. But we have Wes, Jennifer, and Steve coming your way. So enjoy.
The biggest way I found to stay positive is to redirect my thoughts in positive ways. So making my own inner thoughts be what I want them to be. So a lot of people are very judgmental about maybe what I do. I compete in bodybuilding, and a lot of people have very judgmental views on that and can write mean comments and have their own views on it. But I don't have to have their own views be my own. So I can focus on the fact that yes, it's a very niche sport. A lot of people don't understand it, don't agree with it, but I've seen myself grow in so many ways over the years, dealing with the anxiety issues, dealing with that, becoming better at that, making more income, having a partner that I didn't have 2 years ago, the way I think now, the way I feel now, all these things that are improving in my life, and those are the things that I can focus on. Someone can write a mean comment on a video that was a 10-second video clip, and they're trying to make a judgment based on a 10-second clip, and that video might have been a year old, and I can choose to focus on what I want to focus on. I can choose to focus on the positive and what I'm becoming. And others people's thoughts don't have to become my own. I can create my own thoughts. I can have my own thoughts towards the situation and what I'm doing and who I'm becoming and where I want to go and where I want to continue to see this go and the growth that I want to continue to get out of it. So those are the things that I can choose to focus on. Other people all the time can try to have their own thoughts and try to understand what I'm doing in their own way, and I can try to spend a lifetime trying to get everybody else to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, but I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I can have my own thoughts about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and focusing on the positives. And if there's so much that I can focus on, there's also a lot of negative that I can focus on, but I don't have to focus on that. Even refocusing on the positive in individual situations. So right now I'm getting ready for the Mr. Olympia contest. Never done that before. That's a very big goal, and all this stuff with the whole virus and everything going on. It could get canceled at 6 weeks away. I'm putting a lot into that. So that's a thought that comes to my mind. What if that gets canceled? Um, but I can focus on the fact that this has been a very good preparation for it. I've learned stuff for it, and if it gets canceled, well, I'm gonna look a heck of a lot better than when I started anyway, even if it does get canceled. And next year I have um, more knowledge about how to go about getting ready for next year, and I'll look even better for next year. So I have all these things that can go really wrong in life, can go really 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 wrong, can seem to go wrong all the time, whatever situation. But I can focus on the positive in that situation. I can focus on, and sometimes it's if there's nothing else to focus on, you can't kind of redirect the situation in a positive way. I can just kind of choose to, okay, I can let it go. I can't seem to get it focused in a positive direction. I can let that thought go. I can kind of watch those thoughts come to my mind, let it go, get myself in a good frame of mind, do something that makes me feel good, then maybe go back to that thought and try to reframe it. But there's always a way to reframe the worst of situations in a positive way.
My name is Jennifer Lokaitis, and I'm from Springfield, Illinois. I met Spencer via the Power Nation group, which is Tony Horton's beta exercise group. And then from there, Spencer befriended me on Facebook, and then started posting things about positivity, which led to me joining some of his positivity groups and that kind of thing. So that's how I got to know Spencer.
Awesome. Love it. So, what are some ways you have gained positivity, or what strategies have you, or how has positivity affected your life? You can do either one, up to you. Just pick one and go down that rabbit hole.
Okay. Well, I think we started this nearly a year ago, or at least it's coming up on that, maybe in October, November. I joined one of your positivity 5-day positivity challenges, and it started out with list 3 gratitudes, and then 3 things that you can reflect on at the end of the day that positively happened, or you know at least affected you. So I was like, what? And and I was stuck those first couple days. Actually, I should say the first couple days were easy because, you can easily come up with like faith, family, friends, that kind of thing. And not that they're not important, and I don't mean to downplay them, but those were easy. People are thankful in most cases for those things. So, but then about the third day, I was struggling a little bit, and I think I worked too hard on trying to make it a grandiose thing. And really, between stuff that you taught me and or examples you were giving, it was as simple as, I'm thankful that I got coffee this morning. I'm thankful that I had good medical care today. I'm thankful I was able to work when some people aren't, and that kind of thing. So as the week progressed, that piece got a little easier. um, the things to reflect on were a little bit harder. Again, I think I was trying to make those too grandiose, and it actually took me, to jump ahead a little bit, took me about 9 months to finally get up the courage to ask Spencer, like, what exactly are you looking for here, or should we be doing? And again, it didn't have to be something grandiose. It's, hey, I made a difference in that person's life today. I opened the door for somebody. I overheard somebody say something positive about me at work, not knowing I was in earshot, made my mom laugh today, those kinds of things. So that's where that led. And then Spencer started having these deep dive challenges. So I decided, okay, I'll join that, because a little bit out of my comfort zone, and they do go a little bit deeper. And you start examining yourself a little bit more. And well, it's difficult. It's, what I appreciate is that you're constantly on my mind and things that you've said, and so it's the awareness of positivity or mindfulness, that is just constantly kind of in the back of my head now. Or if I am having a bad day or a bad experience, you know I, it's kind of helped me take a deep breath and you know try and find that silver lining, that kind of thing. And speaking of breath, I would say that breathing, that Spencer has taught us, and I've gotten some from Power Nation too, but it's been life changing. I don't breathe. I don't practice it as much as I should, but I'm constantly aware of it. And actually, I was in a situation at having a medical test, and it hurt so much, and I breathed through it based on what some strategies Spencer had taught. And I was kind of doing one of his strategies where you breathe in for four, hold for four, let it out for four, don't breathe for four, and that kind of thing. Roughly, that was the exercise. And I have to say, the ENT doctor was quite impressed with my ability to um, to because it wasn't a pleasant test. It didn't hurt, but it wasn't pleasant. Um, so things like that. And there's one form of breathing that Spencer teaches us that it's called wave breathing, that I, for whatever reason, kind of struggle with. But again, what I appreciate, that it's constantly on my mind. If I'm lying in bed and can't quite fall asleep, even though I have my CPAP machine on, I'm practicing wave breathing. Or if I'm sitting at mass waiting for church to start, I'm like silently practicing that kind of thing. So it's just good. It kind of clears your mind. And I've my granddaughter, she gets a little bit anxious. I say the same thing to her, obviously, at a more youthful level, but I feel like, you know, she's done okay with that too. So, um, and then some of the other things that Spencer's had, he had a virtual retreat. I think that was last March, and somewhere in there. And you know, if you can join something like that, he had speakers all weekend, and literally we were tied up all weekend. It's just we did it virtually, but he had great speakers. We had time to interact and ask questions, and some were hard to answer, and but that was really good. I kind of enjoyed that. There weren't 1,000 people on, so I didn't have to be quite as self-conscious. And then I grew closer with that little group of people, and and some of those people have befriended me on Facebook, and just learned a lot of different strategies. And I'm not going to lie, not everything applies to me, or it doesn't resonate with me, but a lot of it does. So I feel like I'm like, it's just constantly on my mind, or at least in my subconscious, I should say. I feel like.
I love it. Like that. Wow. First of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this whole thing, and for stepping outside of your comfort zone to learn, to grow, and to go, okay, I'm not sure about this, but I'm going to try because I think this is something I need. And just taking that step is huge. And befriending people, right? Joining that virtual retreat, and meeting the other family members that we have now, this community,
Mhm.
this tribe, whatever you want to call us, or even call ourselves the Energizers, that you're there, part of us. And it's amazing. We're so thankful to have you in that community with us.
Thank,
But I,
thank
first of all, I applaud you for stepping outside your comfort zone, for learning, growing, and letting that be the top of your mind, right? Those are amazing techniques that you shared, and the benefits that it has offered you is amazing. So thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it.
Sure. I'd also like to add, to quickly talk about the Energizer segment that you have. It's a podcast, and I shared this with you the other day, Spencer. But Spencer also has the Energy Hub. He has all sorts of places that you can go and get this information. And sometimes, I mean, honestly, I was reaching the point that I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Like, I can't get all of this done, or it's too much screen time, or I've got things at night when these trainings are, and that kind of thing. um and so I've kind of learned how to sort that out a little bit. But one of the things I enjoy is the Energizer podcast. It They literally last about 8 minutes, and what I've been doing, it's as simple as I take my phone into the shower, I hit play. By the time I'm done with my shower, Spencer's usually tying it up, and it's a nice, quick, you know, 5 to 10 minutes of all different subjects he's had so far. Um, and it's just a nice little jolt before you go off to work, or if you're not working, start your day. It's Monday through Friday. It's an easy way to get it in. I'm in the shower anyway, doing something, so why not turn on the phone? So I do want to commend you and thank you for those. I'm enjoying that series.
Yeah, I'm so happy you're loving the Daily Energize. I love it. It was so much fun when Katie and I were thinking about this for a while, and then brought in my assistant into it, and then we just started running wild with it even more. And so I'm really, really happy you are loving it, and I'm looking forward to keep it going for this whole next year and beyond. We'll see where it takes us for sure. But thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
Sure.
you. Hey, are you ready to crush it, to go after your dreams and goals and live your life to the max? Well, of course you are. That's why you're here listening or watching to the Jonesin 4 show, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But sometimes we still get stuck, right? These podcasts, this show is great, but that's not everything sometimes. Sometimes we need a little more. And you know what? I get that. What helps me and what has helped me and continues is a community. It's surrounding myself with people who are amazing, who are like-minded, like me, going after goals, achieving big things, and pushing themselves and others to be their best. Wouldn't it feel amazing to be surrounded by a community like that? To be surrounded by people who are like you, who have big goals and dreams, and they're going for them. Not only are they going for their goals, they're helping and encouraging you to go after yours. Well, if that sounds interesting, if that sounds fun, if that sounds like a community you would love to be part of, well then come check out Spencer's Energy Hub. That's right, I have our membership community, well I should say we have a membership community that's here for you. I say we because we are the Energizers, just like you. We energize each other to be our best. We have monthly rock star interviews, right, where we interview masters in their field. We have weekly trainings. We meditate every week as a community, and you can hop and join us. You get special access to me along with an incredible community of people. So if you are ready to level up, if you are ready to be a rock star and crush your goals while being surrounded by an incredible and amazing community, check out Spencer's Energy Hub. All you have to do is go to spencersenergyhub.com and check it out. Or if you want, just head over to my website, www.spencermjones.com, and check out the hub. We would love to have you inside. All right, back to your show.
Hey, Spencer and the team, how you doing? So Spencer, you had asked me to put together a video to talk about 3 different ways that I stay positive. And I'm really so happy you asked me to do that. So number 1 is you. It's Spencer M. Jones, the Prince of Positivity. And the reason I say that is this. I met you through a pretty phenomenal workout group, a pretty intense workout group. But I had noticed you just from your positivity that you were giving to other people and to me. And I had reached out to you through a private message and just said, hey, no need to respond, but I really appreciate you. And I appreciate your positivity and, keep on going on because you're making the world a better place. Then you would introduce me to Spencer's Energy Hub. And, that is a phenomenal website, a phenomenal community that's outside of Facebook, thank goodness, but outside of Facebook that is like-minded people where they can share their positives and their struggles and their wins and their losses and all of this. And it's just such a awesome community because they all support each other and lift each other up. And Spencer created this. Pretty darn cool. So it's Spencer's Energy Hub is number 1 that actually has helped me with this. Number 2, it's connections. What do I mean by connections? Connections are people. Who do you surround yourself with? And I really have taken that into account in the past 3 years, probably even more than that. But if you surround yourself with negative, guess what you're going to get? And guess what you're going to be? You're going to be negative. If you surround yourself with positive, guess what you're going to be? You're going to be positive. I've chosen to surround myself with positive people. And there are difficult decisions that have to be made here. And if there are people in your life that are vile, that are negative, that are just destructive in nature, and sometimes, and I hate to say this, sometimes it's so close to you that you don't even realize it. It could be a spouse, it could be family. What you have to do is understand whether you want to stay with that or whether you don't want to stay with that, okay? And if you make the decision to say, I want to choose positivity, I want to be better in my life, and things like that, sometimes those difficult decisions have to be made. And it doesn't mean separating, it doesn't mean, removing them completely from your life. What it means is that you spend less time with them. Again, very difficult, but sometimes it comes down to just the fact that it's like, hey, I'm not going to exclude you, but I'm choosing to not not necessarily participate in those shenanigans that actually cause me to be negative. Hopefully that makes sense, but it's sometimes you need to distance yourself. That's a great way to say it. Distance yourself from those that are negative in your life. You don't need to cut them off, but you need to distance yourself. All right? That's pretty important. Number 3 is mindfulness. What do I mean by mindfulness? So what I mean here is meditation. What I mean here is yoga, which I never used to do yoga, right? I do yoga now. And why? Because it's something that is, one, certainly it makes you healthier, it makes you fit, but it also makes you focus exactly on the present moment. In terms of doing that particular pose or that particular position. So it makes you focus on you, and it makes you focus on what's important at that very moment. Journaling, journaling is an amazing thing, and I'm going to, a selfless plug for Mr. Spencer Jones here. This is his journal. And in fact, I've used one already, and actually starting on another. So this one's blank, but he put together this for himself, by the way. But then he said, you know what? Why not publish this to make this available to other folks in the event they don't have a journal? So you can either get this from Spencer, or you can create your own, which I've also done, in the past as well. But journaling. How does it help you be positive? Well, you can write down your thoughts. And the thing is, when you get those written down, now it's a part of history. And now you can look at it and say, is that where I want to be? Or is that what I want to get rid of? And it's so helpful when you actually write those down, because now it's physical. Now it's something you can say purposefully, I want to do it or I don't. So hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. I just wanted to give you those 3. I love you all. Spencer, thank you so much for asking me to do this. And hey, here's to a more positive world. Bye.
Wow, wow, wow. How incredible is this? These are 3 amazing people with incredible ways to have positivity in your life, how they keep it in theirs, and ways you can have it in your life too. You can have that positivity in your life any day. Take on what they do. Follow what we do, right? In our 5-day positivity challenge group. Come join Spencer's Energy Hub, right? So we can be there to support you as well. You are worthy to live a positive, happy, and abundant life. You are worthy of it. You are enough. Let's enrich our lives. Let's grow. Let's improve. And let's get the most out of life together. So thank you so much for joining me in this episode, our special 100th, woo, it's awesome, episode of the Jones and 4 Show. I am so grateful to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you hit like and you hit subscribe and follow so you don't miss a single episode, because we have more episodes coming your way. We're not done yet. We're not stopping at 100. We are cruising on. So let's keep going. Let's keep enriching our lives, making our lives as a community better, spreading positivity around the world. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And I can't wait to catch you in the next episode of the Jones and 4 Show. Till then, I'll catch you later.